Hi everybody, I'm going to talk about your final Wonder project, which is going to be a body map of a character from Wonder. You have your notes from what you did in the summer about the characters in Wonder to help you with this. This is individual, this is like your final project for Wonder. Even though it's individual, you may use your responsibility partner to either, if you have a question, if you want them to check something that you've done, if you aren't sure about this part and you want them to look at it, any of those things they can help you with. But you have to make sure that you're doing your own work. And if they ask you for help, you also have to be willing to help them as well. But again, this is independent. So let's get started. You're going to take one of the characters from Wonder and you're going to do a body map. So you're going to see that we've taken this person and we've actually put them on a bigger piece of paper to give you some more room. So there's a head, there's arms, hands, etc. This person is plain. So please, you might have to add a mouth. You might have to add some eyes, a nose. You can jazz it up by adding clothes to it if you want. Okay, you can actually make it look like what you think the real character looks like. Okay, when we get up into the instructions, creativity is one of the major instructions. So what are you going to put on this body map? Well, obviously, first of all, our task is to take and create a body map of one of the characters. So if you would, along with me, if you would please, mark with me as I go. I apologize for that, just making sure my pen's going to work here. Okay, so if you could please circle, you're going to be creating a body map of one character. If I were you, I would pick one of the characters I know the most about. I would also pick a character that is somebody I maybe can relate to, somebody I really like, maybe my favorite character. Obviously, you don't want everybody picking Augie. He's probably like the easiest character to do. But pick one that you can relate to, pick one that has the most information for them. Okay, so look at your character charts that you did over the summer. Which one do you feel most confident in? That's the character I want you to choose. So obviously the first thing is on your body map, you're going to write the name of that character. So if it's Augie, you're going to write Augie. If it's, Miranda, you're going to write Miranda. If it's Via, you're going to write Via. Okay, just make sure you label and tell me which character you're doing. Okay, this is probably one of the most important sections. You're going to label your figure. Okay, so you don't need to write the question. Okay, so you can see like brain, okay, has the question, what are my goals and dreams? You don't have to write the question, but you do have to write brain. You have to label, draw an arrow and label brain and then write your information. And I'll kind of show you what that looks like in a minute. Okay, now for each one of these questions, you're going to write at least 2 sentences. Okay, now if you go down a little bit, one sentence is actually going to be the idea, or I also want you to add in there the answer, okay, to the question. And then the second sentence is your support from the book. So how do you know that this character would say this? So for example, if it's what are my goals and dreams, you're going to write my goals are to go to school. Augie was apprehensive about going to school. Okay, see, so that's one sentence is my question, the second one is my support. Okay, and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, again, it says refer to your character sheets. They're going to help you. They're going to give you a lot of information. There are also some Wonder books around, so you can use those to help you too if you needed to look something up. Okay, be neat, be organized, and be clear. on what you're trying to say, okay? 2 sentences. Doesn't need to be much more than that. And then this is the best part, be creative. Make that person come to life. Make it the character actually who the character is, okay? Now, I realize that these questions, there's no, outright answer that you're going to get from the book. You're going to have to use what you know about the character to answer these questions. It may not be exactly what the character says, but it has to be related to what the character might say. So, for example, okay, I'm going to go down here to the actual person. So let's say, let me see what question we can do here. How do others view me? So I'm going to pretend I'm Augie. So I'm going to write, obviously I'm going to write Augie at the top. Don't write this down. I'm just kind of showing you how it works. Okay, you can put it on the other side. You can put it down at the bottom, wherever you want to put it. So I'm going to do eyes. So I might draw some eyes here. They don't look like Augie at all. Or you could be really cool and just do kind of, let's see, I could get rid of one eye, and just do the one eye like they see in the book. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a little arrow, nice and neat, and it says, how do others see me? Others see me as ugly. Okay, now how do I know that? I know that because Augie's face is deformed. Okay, so obviously I wrote it really big and took up way too much room. You don't have to do that, and yours is going to be much neater. But you see what I mean, okay? I've got my first sentence, and then I've got my support to go with it. So those are my 2 sentences. You also notice that I have capitals on my sentences, and I have periods at the end of my sentences. So you want to really make sure that you do that. Okay, so you're going to label this thing. Now, before you label anything, before you even get to this part right here, okay, this actual person, you are going to have to fill in these first. So this is where you're going to kind of do your rough draft. You're going to write your first sentence in here and your second sentence in here. First, second, okay? So like mine in here, it would say, how do others view me? I would have written what I wrote on my per person in there. Okay, so this all has to be done before you can actually get the person to get started. And I might do the person in pencil first and then go back and put it in color. Okay, let's make sure I want your person in color. Okay, I want them to look vibrant and cool looking. So once you do it in pencil, you can go back and use some color. Okay, so you're going to get started. If you have questions, you can ask your responsibility partner, Miss Flynn, whoever the sub is, you can ask them. I will be back tomorrow, so I will be able to answer your questions as well. But your first thing first is to get this done right here. Your goal is to finish this paper. If this paper is not finished by the end of class today, you must take it home and finish it for homework. Everybody has to be on the person tomorrow. That's the goal. Okay? Well, good luck, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have done.